boop. This is San Antonio to Cleveland. We see our runway right here, preparing for landing. Beep, 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 beep. Making final approach. Welcome to Cleveland. Now that you've arrived at your destination, oh yeah, failure is now complete. The Cleveland Cavaliers lose 110-96 to the San Antonio Spurs in tremendous fashion. Now let me guess, the Cavs fans are gonna say, wait till Kevin Love get back? The guy y'all blamed for everything, who wanted to be, he flopped and got injured because he knew he was going to be traded. Well, here's the thing. LeBron James has failed you. The Cleveland Cavaliers has failed you. The reason why the Cavs lost this game, all jokes aside, besides the fact that they don't have a leader on the court in LeBron James, he's got to play with a stacked deck. Because he cannot play with anybody else because he plays pickup basketball. He does not play any basketball that anybody who plays in an organized system cannot figure out. You're playing with guys who just came from organized basketball systems where they practice, 1, 2, they go over plays and sets. You guys discuss what you're going to run right before the game and go out there and try to run it. And it doesn't always work out. You just hope you get a loose ball, go in transition, and everybody's posting up for three-point shots. As you saw from Cleveland today, that was their whole game. There was no inside-outside game. It was only LeBron drives and kicks. LeBron drives, he kicks. LeBron drives, he kicks. And you see what happens? When he drove and went to the basket and scored, he scored. It was fine. But it didn't change the outcome of the game. This is what I told you. The same strategy the Spurs used for Kobe Bryant. They keep running him in transition. They're going to tire out. And those guys who are just standing around, they're going to get what they call dead legs. They hadn't been shooting the ball. They've just been sitting there posted up, not doing anything on offense. Meanwhile, on defense, they're working. They're working through screens. They're working through picks as the ball is moving and touching people's hands. Pretty soon, the two fastest guys on the team are going to outrun the Cavs because they are very old legs. The young guys who can try to keep up with them are not very good defensively. Kelly Clarkson, since he got there, he's only a shooter. He's a guy that could score a lot of points. He's not known for his defense, and he makes a lot of mental mistakes because he's young. He'll learn what to do and what not to do, but you have to know as a coach and recognize how to keep him on a short leash. Putting him on Murray is a very bad idea because he cannot guard Murray. You need to have a bigger, more physical guard on him. He's not physical enough. He's more finesse. So putting somebody like Hood on him would make more sense. But you look at the game and its format and where it got away from them is Cleveland started crying for foul calls and got themselves mentally out of the game because they couldn't defend tonight. They couldn't stop Aldridge in the paint. Tristan Kardashian was getting cooked like a minute steak down there in the post, which led him to being benched and replaced. LeBron tried to come help out on double teams, and it left everybody open. And when you got guys who are good and got 5 athletic young guys, they're going to give Cleveland some problems. Spurs play organized basketball. Switches. Guys got to be responsible for picking up the open man. Pop is a great coach. He's going to make sure that these guys play basketball. They know how to beat Cleveland. They know how to beat this. LeBron plays 4 out. What 4 out means that when he drives, he wants 4 guys to go out to the three-point lines and try to take all their defenders with him. And if somebody tries to run out to help, he could just kick it out for 3. That's what they do. They run a pick and roll, 4 out all the time. You see the games. You see what I'm talking about. LeBron got away with offensive fouling, holding all night long, and complained when he didn't get a foul called on a play that was a clear block. So he was just frustrated because he was really mad at how the game was being played and how they lost. So he blamed the referees as a deflection of how poorly the team played. You know, they allowed him to score some points, but they took everybody else out the game. I did a live on my other channel and went through this game and explained the process of how LeBron wasn't going to come back in this game because they couldn't stop the Spurs. They don't care if LeBron gets 35. Score your 35. You're going to still lose by double digits. Why? Because you're not going to stop them scoring as a team. This is the strategy they used against Kobe, and that's why the Spurs had a lot of success against the Los Angeles Lakers. So I hope I broke this down to you in a professional basketball IQ that you would understand exactly what I'm talking about. The Spurs use their fast guards and fast players to run in transition and outrun the Cleveland Cavaliers down the court. Make them have to run back. Don't walk the ball up, run it. And you see in the second half, they ran. The fast guys ran the Cleveland Cavaliers down the court, while the slower guys who was in transition had to get back on defense. I mean, who came trailing late, they caught the ball. You saw a lot of loose hustle plays go out to San Antonio. When Pau Gasol, who's one of the oldest players in the NBA, right behind LeBron James, is out hustling the young players and Tristan Kardashian and the rest of them, then you starting to ask yourself, what in the world is going on in Cleveland? Oh, I forgot. Tristan Kardashian is not a great basketball player. And he's not going to be. This is the best he's ever going to be. So, but then again, you don't know because he's been playing with him. So when you're playing with him, this is the type of things that happen. But I get it. A lot of people make mistakes. A lot of people, you know, do things that are out of character or just weird. And that's him. So if Cleveland going to be a serious basketball team, they're going to have to learn how to play basketball. I mean, you think Hood and George Over the Hill and all these guys are going to do it in the playoffs when they can't do it against the best teams in the NBA? So their two losses have been to who? They just lost to the San Antonio Spurs. Then they just lost the other night. Their first game back. Who did they play? I can't even recall. That's weird. Who was that team they played that they lost to, and I won that money? That's strange. I'll probably remember it later. Oh, the Washington Wizards. That's who it was. With Beal, a team that's not good enough. That's the team you got to beat. If you're Cleveland, you don't lose to the Washington Wizards at home without John Wall. But without John Wall actually helped them because they had a point guard who was interested in distributing the basketball than scoring. And then when it was time to score, he scored. Statutory or whatever his name is, he was scoring. So when you had a guard who dedicated himself to making sure the other players got the ball, and they got athletic guys that could stay with the guys that Cleveland have, then you know exactly where you are. And right now, they don't trust Larry Nance, who they got, and Robin Hood. They trust him on the floor, but he take poor shot selections at times, like he did in Utah. He's a scorer better than he is a passer. He's not really a passer. Now, he's a guy, he can catch the ball. If he's in rhythm, he can hit threes. He can put it on the floor and score. But the way they give him the ball, it's not normally in his shot pocket or shot selection. So he's going to have a problem a lot of times resetting. Aldridge, to me, who could really average 35 and 38 and put up those 30 numbers, the reason why he don't get those numbers is because he doesn't go up to dunk. He tries to finish with his hands. He don't complete three-point plays because he's a finisher off the glass. He likes to shoot when he's in close rather than go up and try to power it over you. Pau Gasol at least go up strong and try to dunk, which he did tonight. So he had, 27, 6 rebounds. He was 9 of 20 from the field, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, because Tristan Kardashian could not, do anything to keep him off the glass. And George over the Hill is not a post-up. He's not a guy that you can just post up and he's going to hit threes all the time. He's not that basketball player. He'll hit a couple of threes in the game, but the way they play the game, LeBron runs the point, and George over the Hill's in the corner trying to shoot threes or something like he's Tony Parker or something. He's not that kind of basketball player. And this is what I talk about when you guys are playing out of their position. But this is what happens when you come to Cleveland. You have to abandon all basketball knowledge, all way that we're supposed to play the game, and all the intelligence of the game is all flushed down the toilet, and you have to deal with the nonsense of the game. And the nonsense is LeBron James and everything he's incorporated with. So, good luck to you guys out there, because you're going to need it. To adjust playing with LeBron James is not an easy thing, as you've seen that. But they sell you on the myth he makes players better. No, they make him better. He needs them so that he can get his numbers. Because without those guys, he can't. They got to worry about those guys. He can't get his triple doubles or all his stats that he wants to get, because he want to catch Kareem. You can have any arcade number you want. You can have anything you want on a plateau. You will never be Kareem. You will never be a top 10 basketball player, LeBron. You're not even the best player in the league today. And this is what real NBA coaching is like. That's what it looks like. That's a guy who knows the X's and O's of the games. He understands how to get performance out of his players. They don't have their star player, Kawhi Leonard. They don't have Ginobili. And it doesn't even matter, because they played a great basketball game by sticking to a game plan and a system of how to beat pickup basketball. Organized basketball over pickup basketball. Give me organized every time. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button. And hopefully they send it to you, because I don't know what's going on with these notifications right now. So, yeah. Just do that. I'm out.